Welcome to Embracing the Journey a day late. Oh, it just bothers me to miss deadlines. Like,
yeah.
Oh, it like hurts me on the inside to even like say that. So why are we a day late?
Well, yesterday just seemed a bit hectic for some reason.
Yes.
Every time we tried to record or think about doing it, the boys were awake or we couldn't do it, or I wasn't in the best mood. Just to be real, right? I mean, I struggled yesterday to just to even like know my thoughts and processing things, and so we were missing each other a little bit yesterday too, just to be real.
Say very kindly.
Oh yes. So I think we missed it. We missed the deadline. So here we are on Thursday.
Yes.
We're better.
Yes.
Right?
And a little context as to what's going on. We are in quarantine.
Right.
So
right.
We had a direct exposure. Pray for the person that has it, that they would just heal quickly.
Yeah.
And thankfully right now we're good.
We went and got tested and we're negative, but just to take precaution, we're watching our symptoms and we're quarantining, staying at home right now. So. And
you said that, you struggled yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely wasn't myself yesterday either, and that was really hard. And so I feel like you gave me a lot of room and you were very patient with me, but I think one of the reasons that we struggled yesterday is because it's been a big adjustment going back into quarantine, first of all.
Right.
But second, I made some decisions that, for me, on Monday, not fully thinking, these affect you. And so instead of us talking about it, I was just like, oh, this is the right thing to do. Boom, we're going to do this. Yeah. And the fact that we didn't talk about it was a pretty big failure on my part. So I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. I forgive you. But I mean, I knew it was the right thing to do. It was just, and I knew your heart in it of like, you needed to get the ball rolling. You needed to communicate. You needed to talk about it. You talked to all the right people that you needed to. And then the decision was made. And I was like, wait,
I didn't talk to all the right people because I needed to talk to you.
Oh, okay. So, well, yeah, that's true. Good job. Brownie points.
That's right.
But yeah, I just think, and so I didn't even really realize that I was frustrated about it. Tuesday was pretty good. We didn't really think about it a ton, I guess. But yesterday, for some reason, it just kind of came to a halt, and I just thought, whoa, we didn't even really make this decision together, and even though it was the right one and how it affected, me, and I mean, I know I stay home a lot anyway, but there are things that, it was just, I couldn't do now.
Yes.
Right. And so anyway, we didn't get to communicate very well about it. And
well, I didn't communicate well. It's not that we didn't get to, I just didn't.
I also didn't tell you. But anyways, yeah, right. It just kind of came to a head yesterday. So we really needed to work through that. Otherwise, yesterday, if we hadn't filmed the Embracing the Journey, might have been a little awkward for you. Which next time maybe we just should try it.
Front door conversation on Embracing the Journey?
Yeah.
In front of everybody?
I had thought about really going live and just saying like, hey, here we are. Have any questions for us? I was going to be real. We were going to do it.
Yeah.
We just, again, every time we tried to find time, it just didn't work. But yeah, so I'm not really good with change. And so it was a sudden change. It was an uncontrollable, no one's fault. It was just, we found, we just had to start making decisions, and I was like, whoa. So I'm not good with change.
Oh, I understand. So, but I think the fact that we were able to like have front door conversations, talk through it. One thing you did really well, I kind of alluded to this earlier, is you gave me space when I wasn't myself. You didn't like press, and I think I actually did that, which is a big win for me because sometimes I press too much, and so. I think that was really good that we were able to walk through it. Today is better. Tomorrow may not be. We don't know. Like, we've just got to take it a day at a time because it is an adjustment.
Yeah.
A win, I think, has been, we're in a series called Intersections, and we've seen the intersection between the end of Romans 12:10, outdo one another in showing honor, the end of Romans 12:17, give thought to do what is honorable in the sight of all, and this decision that we've made. So I think that's been really good that we've been able to say, okay, what do these scriptures say? How does this impact the decision we need to make to not be around anything related to public church for 14 days, which is the decision. I think the frustrating part, and maybe some of you guys can relate, Will Vest, I know that you'll relate to this, is it's so gray. like depending on where you work, it's just different.
Right.
And so at some point you have to decide kind of who you're going to listen to and what path you're going to take, because everybody's doing it different. Was that one of your frustrations?
Absolutely. I like things to be fair. I like to know the plan, and then we just go with that plan, you know. And so I think the gray area of people are doing it different here, people are doing it different here, you know, it looks, people are saying some things different here. It just, I think that's 2020, but you know, I mean, I don't want to blame it on that. I'm always like that though. You know, I always want things to be fair. I'm not sure if that's a 3 tendency or if that's a middle child thing. I'm not
going to comment right now. We'll let you guys decide.
So I always want things to be fair. So I think that was where my frustration was happening yesterday. Was I didn't, you know, not that I didn't get a say, but we didn't talk about it. And then I'm like, well, everybody else is doing it differently, you know? Exactly. So that's where the gray is hard. And we just have to, for us, what does those scriptures mean? And how do we live that out in our home? And, so I think that's where we had to get to. At least I had to get to when I read those scriptures and really sought the Lord of what's the right thing, you know, for us and for me. Yeah, so.
That's really good. So for us, it really took communicating, giving each other space at times, but then also, what is it that's helped us maybe individually to try to find our footing in this time with this sudden change?
I think it was going back to what I know is healthy for me. I think when change happens to me, I can feel very, I just kind of don't do anything, and that's not healthy. I know that when I become that, I'm not the best. And so I went back to what I knew, which is I know I needed to get up and be in the Word. I know I needed to exercise. I needed to, you know, text people and check on them, and things that I knew that helped me. That's what I needed to do. And so that's what I began doing. And I think, even if it's not it doesn't make me, you know, doesn't make everything better, but I'm on the right track, you know, to making myself healthy and not getting stuck in the rut, I guess.
I think that's really wise what you said. It's not this magic pill that makes everything better, but these things are essential to move forward.
Right.
And we've talked about this before, but it's really going back to how am I healthy emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically, and then just recentering ourselves with those. I've had to do the same thing. And I know for the past I've been in Ezekiel for a while, and for a couple of days, what I was reading was about the temple, and it was really impactful because the Holy Spirit was showing me this has no direct application to my life. How's that impactful? But then he was like, but for the Jews reading this, they would have been so fired up and so encouraged. So my application was, remember, it's bigger than me. And I needed that for this, but also just, man, there's so many other things going on. It's so much bigger than me. So that was super helpful.
Oh, that's good. And I mean, even for me, I'm in Isaiah, and I was reading Isaiah 12, and it was just talking about being thankful, being grateful, and for me, in paraphrasing, finding joy, you know. And so it was just like, okay, Lord, you know, even through the Old Testament, through Isaiah, it's like I'm, you know, applying that. So yesterday it was just like, how do I become grateful? And I started my day out with that, but yet my day I had a hard time still. So that's kind of when I say it wasn't just a magic pill or just sitting, you know, solve everything, but it was like I started my day, I was at least reminded of that throughout the day. So
that's awesome. By the way, if I'm squinting, the sun is so bright right there.
I'm just shining.
And you're just an angel. You're radiant. You know? But also the sun is right behind you, and I have such weak eyes.
You do have weak eyes.
Just a sissy. That's okay.
I will say that.
So, final thing.
Yeah.
I'm bitter.
You are.
But we can give a shout out.
You are bitter.
I'm bitter because we've missed Kramers Corner. And this is the second time. This is my favorite event of the year. 2 years ago we were sick. And then once again this year we miss it. So I'm frustrated. But a shout out, it's been reimagined.
Yes.
It's serving coffee on the Lee Ped Mall.
Yep.
And so if you're a college student, come see part of our team from 5 to 8
table out
tonight.
there with lights and coffee, Starbucks coffee,
dancing people last night.
Yeah, I think there was dancing people. They looked like they had a great time.
Yes.
So go see them tonight from 5 to 8. You said that already?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we might do a little drive-by, if you can even see us, I don't know, but we can hope to see you.
Yes, exactly.
Just drive by in our windows.
That's right.
With our masks on.
Oh, but So even though I'm bitter, I'm working through that, but I still think it's just awesome. Like college students, we know you're in finals, we love you, and so the fact that we get to serve in some way, even in this season, means a ton.
Right.
So, any final thoughts?
You did great.
You did too. Why don't we do this on Wednesday next week?
Next week?
Like release it on the right day?
Oh, I like to just make you messed up, so we'll just miss the deadline again. What do y'all think?
Struggle.
I think that's a good
struggle.
Make you cringe a little bit and miss the deadline.
It definitely makes me cringe. Oh, well, I hope this was helpful. We love you guys, and we'll see you soon.